Alright, so today we're going to be looking at changing the atmosphere of some of the pre-built worlds in the UDK. So if you went to new level, you would have this night light, and this one has this blue weird haze going on, and maybe you want it a little darker, maybe you want to adjust it, maybe you want stars, maybe you don't want stars. So let's look at that. Okay, so first off, to begin, you should probably kill all the lights in the scene. In other words, there's one right here. Just double click it and check be enabled off. Okay. There we go. That kills that light. I'm going to put detailed lighting on. That way I can see exactly what it looks like. I'm also going to turn on real time. Alright, next thing, I'm going to go into the world properties, which is under View, World Properties. And you'll notice below there is a light environment. Okay. There's a few things in here. Light mass settings. And see, they have an environmental color. Anything that's black has been changed in some nature. Okay? So just remember that. Black equals change. You can see character lit indirect brightness has been changed to 1.7. Its default was 1. And how you find default is you can also go into the blank map and find some of the default settings. But let's go to environmental color and turn this way down. Okay. There's also a rendering setting up here under post-processing. You'll see that there's a few settings in here that's been changed. Here's another cool tip. If you drop this little wrench down, you can say show only modified properties. So these are only the modified properties here. I don't like the color grading lookup table, and I turn that off. This is a filter that's put into effect for night skies. Not quite sure I like it, so I turn it off. Again, your choice. Okay. Let's go ahead and build the lighting on the map. I'm going to use build quality of high, that way it doesn't take too long. Better. So now we got a much darker atmosphere, and then if I was to add, like, let's say a simple point light, let's see, add actor, add point light, you can see it responds a lot better, and now I can even take that and turn it down. So I have a lot more control now. Nice dim little light over in the corner, casts a really cool shadow. Yep. Now, let's look at the sky for a second. And by the way, if you wanted it even darker, you just, in the world properties, you can change that light mass down even further than that. I would stay away from the ambient occlusion. I would leave that alone. Keep that the way it is. So there is a fog in the sky. The fog is handled via the Raptor, and if you click on the Raptor, you can say be enabled or not be enabled. If you Click that, you get more stars. I kind of like the fog a little bit in order to make the sky less contrasty and you don't concentrate so much on the sky. Again, your choice, on and off, doesn't really matter. Okay, next, right click, say Find in Content Browser. Here is the SkyDome. Here's the material instant constant that is running the SkyDome. And if you double click on it, you'll come up with this. In here, you can change a great deal of properties. Take, for instance, and let me find this again because it is quite hid. Here we go. There's vector parameter values, and here is the sun, here is the star color, here is the rim, horizontal color. Again, all these can change. But there is another one in here that allowed you to do clouds. So let's go cloud up at the top as a search. So here's cloud brightness and darkness, and even opacity. And as you change these, you'll see the little preview down here change a little bit too, and you'll also see your world change quite a bit. .001. Okay, so the less it is, the less the brightness of the clouds. 1 versus 0.001. Okay, so play around with those concepts and you should get a lot of different effects. You can even take the stars out of the equation by just typing stars, and you can say no stars. I think there's a sky brightness. Again, 0.001, much darker sky. 0.1. So all kinds of stuff that you can change. Okay, I'm going to render this out, and that's pretty much it. I just want to show you where all those properties were of being able to tweak out the sky on these pre-built worlds. Play it from here. Now this is what you get. Nice dim atmosphere. Light makes sense now. And I could even turn that world down just a little bit more. But now all your static meshes are going to be dark unless there's a light in the area, instead of having such a big, huge ambient light source that lights everything at once. This is the alternative to that. So that static mesh is only going to light is if I had a static static light in the area. Cool. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the changing of the sky. Enjoy. One thing I wanted to add at the tail end of this video is the fact that without the Raptor off, you'll never see truly the effect of, like changing the colors of the clouds, changing the colors of the stars, or turning the stars on and off as much as you would with the Raptor on and off. So just to kind of illustrate that, I'll turn that back on. You'll see that the sky is now blue. Okay, and the haze here can be controlled here. We got fog density, light scattering. Those two properties right there can be changed if you want to keep that fog. But if you turn the fog off, you'll get an absolute night sky, just like that. Alright, so just wanted to add that little factoid to the mix. Enjoy.